At the base of this, the foundation of this is a database, a library. 12,000 projects that we've been collecting now in our QSM research with our partners in Asia and Europe and North America. And all this stuff starts streaming in our SLIM database, our library. And we're getting everything from, well, we used to get nuclear submarine program data through avionics, aviation, Boeing jets, military systems, diagnostic medical systems, factory automation, business banking, insurance, all the way across the ecosystem. And now we've got 12,000 projects. And what we actually do is we take this radical idea and we say, we're going to push this information to the desktop. We're not going to keep it to ourselves and say, if you want to know how to do this, you have to hire us. We actually put it into the SLIM model, and all of these trends are on the user's machine. So if you wanted to do the kind of things that are in this talk, you could do it. Just rent the library, and then I'll show you how to do it. In fact, tomorrow's workshop is to teach you some of the things that I do as a consultant, because you really don't need me. Right? I can show you some of these things which are basic, some simple tricks, and then we can do it ourselves. And then when we get all this information flowing into this vast library, it's kind of like the wisdom of crowds. And so everybody gets the information, because none of us is as smart as all of us. Right? So when we all see this stuff together, there's some interesting patterns that we can all look at, and that's what we're going to look at today. And then companies in this data library are just a sample. These are folks that are in our world, and it's a partial list, but for all of them, software is really strategic, really important. And there's no one that's not looking at Agile or practices that they can include in whatever they want to call it. At one large insurance company with a lipstick lady in an apron who shall not be named, they call it the SDM methodology. They don't stick an Agile label on it. And they have their way of talking about pairing and test-driven development, things like that. SLIM metrics is the center of this pyramid where we use this data in benchmarking. So when we want to look at historical measures on projects that have finished, this is where we do these comparisons. We slap on schedules, team headcount sizes, bug rates, things like that, across small, medium, large projects on a trend, and we see whether they are above or below trend. But there are two other technologies that also use historical data that's really important, and that's estimating, and that's also in-flight tracking. So you're started, you're already got partway through, you want to know where you are, where you're going, you can benchmark mid-flight. So that makes up this idea of the total life cycle of managing software, which quality professionals do have a voice in. So when we see that there are patterns that are starting to emerge from our recent past, and we want to be able to communicate that to our management and stakeholders, because it's going to be really important to know in planning for the future, we all have a role in all of this.